What the fuck is up, everybody? Dr. Doujinshi back at it again with another hentai review. I'm having a good day, and welcome back to the only series that doesn't care where you're from, who you are, what you're into, or anybody you know. Oh, we're just here for plot. Now, today we are stepping over to another series as we go back and forth between the two series that have been started. Luckily, this one only has 3 episodes, so we can get it done by the end of the week, as long as we keep switching it up. Today we are going to be talking about, I did not practice this name, so sorry in advance. It's Nageki no Kenkou Yuuryouji. I'm going to put it in the title like I always do, so you can read it there. There. Now, this little bad boy has a personal place in my heart for being one of the things that introduced me to the craft that I now call my profession. You see, back in the wee old days, when you weren't exactly able to find the spots that you were looking for, such as, HH, rest in peace for what it was, or the currently used H-anime, of which I find all my sources today. This was back in the days where you would go on the used to be great off-brand hub, and then you would find certain things by just randomly typing in HENTai into the search bar, and then hoping that you'd find something that you'd like. Unfortunately, those days have long since passed. Rest in peace, Ace off-brand hub, you will be missed for what you once were. Even though what you did was a noble sacrifice in the end. Now this being one of the first that I had been introduced to, let's get into it now, shall we? Done by our good friends over at Pink Pineapple, running at 28 minutes and 32 seconds long, with 13 categories in total, of which that are notable: BDSM, plot, and Yuri. We are in for a good start. Alright, now the first portion of it starts off with its own scene. Scene 1 actually starts 50 seconds in and runs to about 1:10. And of which it shows the now known main character trying to relieve herself. Not in the bathroom way, more in the hand down the pants way. After introducing the main character, it shows that she was unable to finish, shall we say. But then gets to be determined that she wants to continue and to go further beyond. Reach that ending climax, shall we say. Her, quote, sister, as we're told to believe, actually not revealed in this episode, but the character isn't exactly her sister, and none of the characters are related. They just lived in the same house for a really long time and have grown that sort of appreciation for each other that family members would have. It's creepy if you look at it a certain way, but let's just not focus on that. The sister comes home and spies on her through the little crack in the doorway as they're trying to get a good look at what's going on, where all this noise is coming from. Only to realize that after sitting around and watching her from the second scene, which lasts from 2 minutes and 10 seconds to 3 minutes and 10 seconds, of her trying to make herself work down there, that she is unable to get herself going. The main character then decides to give up, in which case her sister decides to come in and help, so to say, by getting let's just say a rubber friend that is strapped around the waist to come and, to come and help. Oh, pun intended. Which leads into scene 3. Wow, we are 4 minutes in and already on our 3rd scene. Congratulations, you are setting a record. At 4 minutes and 30 seconds in, leading to around 6 minutes and 35 seconds, they start going at it as much as they can, her sister hoping to get the main character to a state of relief after such long work, of which case it fails in the end. And the sister then uses her own brand of hypnosis, classic string with a little coin at the end as they tick-tock, 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 saying whatever you want while the other person is then hypnotized. It doesn't exactly work out the way that it should. Leading into another scene, Scene 4, at 9 minutes and 10 seconds, leading all the way to 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Quite short for a lot of what's been going on. After becoming very aroused by the hypnosis, the sister then tries to slow her down a bit. And by asking, "Are you okay?" reaching out and touching on her shoulder, of which case the main character immediately finishes, so to say. Hey. And after a little bit of testing, it's revealed that in this current episode, the sister, or the main character, can only finish after being touched. After being physically touched. Not in a gross way, just straight up being touched. Like, boop on the nose, you are now horny. You have been reversed. That go to horny jail, bonk. It's the reverse of that. Get horny, bonk. Leading into, I fucked up the pages for this because I wrote the notes down weirdly. The next day comes around, leading into another scene at around 11 minutes and 25 seconds in, pushing all the way to 12 minutes and 20 seconds in. Oh my god, I wrote a whole paragraph right here. I totally forgot about that. Now, the main character and her boyfriend decide to go for a walk home from school. Well, as she believes that her magic has worn off, as she's kind of been going at it with him, and having to act her way out of the scenarios, faking, if you will. And this starts to realize is that no matter how hard she tries, she just can't finish in any way. Hey, it's starting to become a real problem. So she decides to take her boyfriend, her and her boyfriend. It's either her and her boyfriend or her and her sister. One of the two. To a psychic to try to get an understanding of what's going on. After being taken to the psychic then sees a whole bunch of, let's just say, bad juju around her, because I can't think of another phrase for it. Alright, and kind of calls it a day. They tell them to get the hell out, and they do so. So, naturally, where pseudoscience doesn't work, they decide to go in for actual science. They meet a scientist who believes he has a special working machine to help her at any cost. She then gets introduced to Tentacle Machine 9000, of which case the tentacle machine straight up breaks before it can go in. And leading to a quick scene from 19 minutes and 55 seconds to 21 minutes and 55 seconds as well. It's right on the dot. Congratulations. The tentacle machine breaks and destroys the lab included, while she is herself not able to get off. Now, after that has happened, her sister goes to see if she's okay by reaching out and touching her on the shoulder, of which case she then immediately climaxes. And then it's kind of revealed that everything that's been happening can only come through her sister. You kind of see it coming really early on, but you kind of like it to keep on the joke that's been going along. The sister then reveals how the hypnosis worked and how she didn't plan for it to go that way. But it then kind of leads into her and the main character teasing each other along the way, kind of just getting back into the whole, like, hey, this is weird, how did we get here? In which case, the first episode ends. Now, let's get on to the 3 pillars and the final overall of which they stand. And 4. Now, the animation. Nothing special, but does have that older retro charm. Of which case it has this kind of Cowboy Bebop, hard lines, a few smooth movements along the way, not nearly as smooth as the actual show itself, but also having a quickness to it that is just downright impressive. 7 out of 10 when it comes to animation. The characters. Overall, they're wacky and they're fun characters that all have to seem a little different between them. And it's well appreciated for the way that they're worked on. 8 out of 10 on that. And now for what you're all here for. Plot. That shit's good, but nostalgia can only go so far. The scenes are rather short, with good variation between a lot of it, but still. If they could have just been a wee bit longer. They could have been better. 6 out of 10 for the plot of this episode. Overall, averaging the scores leads to a 7 out of 10 for the entirety of it. Sad to say that it is good, but could have been much better. We will get into the next episode the day after tomorrow, as we are going to do the next episode of Futabu in the upcoming video. So, I'd like to say in my closing remarks, thank you all for being here. We are at 33 subscribers. We are a third of the way to 100. Holy fuck, we are this far already. Thank you everybody for being here. I have been the Doctor, and if we're going to leave on anything, we're going to leave on the same things we always have. Have a nice day. Wash your hands. Don't be a dick. There's too many of them already. So, have a nice day. Peace.